Hey Jay, how's it going? Not much, bro. I'm just hanging out. We got a little bit of a cold weather here in South Texas, which is, nothing we're comfortable with. Hey, Dang, how you doing? Um, this morning we woke up and it was like 80 degrees, and now it's in the 50s, and it's getting colder. But our cold front is only gonna last like about a day and a half, so it should come and go pretty soon. Hey, man, what's up? You haven't come to pick up the fish. The fish are right there. They've been jumping. Dang, it's nice to be seen. Actually, I'm glad to see you. Anybody got anything going on? I'll tell you what, I am very, very, very happy. My 49ers are number one seed, the best team in the NFL, five-time world champions. Not like those lame uh, Dallas Cowboys. They're just horrible. They're in the worst division of the NFL. The only division where you can have a losing record and still be in first place. How pitiful is that? Hey, 49ers, baby, we're Super Bowl bound. You heard it from me. We're going for it. We're bringing the Lombardi trophy home where it belongs. I was actually gonna work out today, but I decided not to. Had a little bit of a busy day. Just got out of work, did some maintenances, so I'm just gonna chill out for today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the weather will be a whole lot better, because my gym doesn't have a AC unit or anything else. Hey, Celestial Tours, how's it going? Nice to see you. That's actually what I sometimes say. Hi there, and just wait for a response. It's gonna be one of those days. Hey, you guys want to know why I called my why I called this live stream the kick? Because I came out, some of you might not know this, but I'm a martial artist. I did Muay Thai, kickboxing, did a little bit of karate, stuff like that. So I came out with a phenomenal kick. I'm calling it the squirrel kick. It'll kick you right in the nuts and you fall down to your knees. That's what I'm calling it, the squirrel kick. Why don't I just call it the flying squirrel kick? I don't know. I'll think about it. Might change it a little bit. I was just trying to come up with something silly. So I said, if anybody asks me what the kick is all about, I'll let them know. See, we got 4 people here. Who else just showed up? You guys been having a good day? The squirrel kick, yeah, you like it. So, hey, Jay, now you know what? Anybody messes around with you says, hey, you ever heard of the squirrel kick? Boom, right in the nuts. Hey, June, how's it going? June, my friend from the Philippines. June does a lot of live streams, usually in the morning for us here in the US. I think he's at night because of the time zones and time frames. But June's a very good guy. Celeste Tour, you know what? I'm doing pretty good today. Um, I was working today earlier, so it got a little bit cold out there. So I was kind of concerned because I was doing water changes for this big aquarium, and the water was coming was a little bit cold. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy H has arrived. Hey, Jimmy H has some really nice aquariums, so you guys would like to check him out. Um, He also works in Vegas as a stripper. No, 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 he's not a stripper. He does he sells houses and renovates them and sells them for a higher profit. No, no, he's not a Chippendale. Finally, Jimmy H arrives. Now, Jimmy H, guys, you gotta forgive him. He's a Rams fan. Why? I have no idea. They got lucky this last past Saturday. They beat Seattle, which I'm glad they did. But you know what? Jimmy knows and he recognizes that the 49ers are the number one team in the NFL, in the history of the NFL. Still number one, five-time world champion. And you know that, Jimmy. You know that. Your guys are in our division, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna go and kick the shit out of your team if we see them again somewhere in the playoffs. Guys, I think I ate too much. I came here and I was so hungry and I was like, I'm just gonna pig out on anything that I see. Oh yeah, Jimmy, you put us there. You know what? No, you didn't, because we had to go out there and beat a very tough team in the Saints. But hey, you know what? It actually did help, because you beat Seattle, and I'll tell you guys something. If there's two teams I do not like, one is Seattle, and the other one is the Dallas Cowboys. I can't stand either one. I can't stand their fans, especially the Cowboy fans. Why are they always so happy? That's what I want to know. Like, why in the world are these people happy? Hey, you know what? If Seattle would have won, we probably would have been tied for first place, actually. But we're going to have to play them again, so we're going to end up beating them. Oh, June Alfantas, Alessio Torres from the Philippines also. And she's a wonderful lady. Please go check her out if you have an opportunity. Check out Dang also. Hey, Luca just arrived. Man, I love that guy. Jimmy H, Luca, Jimmy H. You guys know each other already? I hope so. Luca's another phenomenal fish keeper. Hey, for you guys that just arrived here, I guess I'm going to have to repeat myself. Why I call my live stream The Kick. Because as some of you know, I'm a martial artist, and I came out with this phenomenal kick. I'm calling it, I guess I'm going to call it the flying squirrel kick, because it'll kick you right in the nuts and drop you to your knees. The squirrel kick. I don't know. I was lying down and I came up with this, and I just quit. And I was about to fall asleep, and every time I go to bed, I'm just thinking about all this crazy stuff, and I came up with this, and I couldn't stop laughing. I said, "Man, I got to talk about this," and So what's going on, Jimmy? Oh, by the way, guys, Jimmy is also known as Jimmy the Dragon H. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Jimmy is also known as Jimmy the Dragonfly H. A kangaroo kick. I don't know. That's more like a flying drop kick, I don't know how those kangaroos actually do that. Or you're getting ready for work, huh, Jimmy? At this time? Really? That's crazy. Hey, Jimmy, have you been following my graveyard shift? Ugh, that's horrible. Hey, guys, if you haven't seen my last videos on my arm workout routines, check it out. June here, he's been watching them. He's been practicing. His arms are getting big and muscular, So I'm trying to help you guys out here. By the way, if there's any requests of anything you might want to learn how to work out, just let me know. I'll be more than glad to upload something and show you guys how to do it. I've been doing this for so long, so even though right now, somebody asked, can you show us how to work out your abs and stuff like that? Right now, even I don't have abs. I'll be honest with you, because I'm in the bulking process. I've been eating and eating and eating. Once December passes by, I'm gonna start cutting some weight and trying to get ripped and everything for spring break or for the summer. So that's actually when I start changing my workout routine from heavy weights to lighter weights, and cutting some carbs. Oh, you're be lifting Coronas, huh? I don't think that's gonna help, buddy. Jimmy, you know what? I stopped drinking already. I stopped drinking like 3 years ago. I don't drink anymore. I used to drink a little bit, but especially here in my neighborhood, because my neighbors, every time they're barbecuing, they call me over. Hey, come over, have some drinks. I mean, I'll go over for the food, but they know I don't drink anymore. They were actually surprised that I had stopped drinking. I still have a brand new bottle of tequila right there. Jimmy, I'm telling you, Jimmy, the best thing you can do is stop drinking, because eventually in the long run, alcohol, what it does, it kills your mojo. And then later on, they've shown that it starts causing some other health problems little by little. So I'm not saying don't drink, just keep it down to the minimum would actually help you. Tony Jaa, man, Tony Jaa is amazing. Man, I wish I could do the things that he can do, but I'm already 46 years old. When Tony Jaa went in some of the first time, I was like, damn, this guy's fast. June, I thought the Philippines is a dangerous place. You'll drink that 6-pack in the afterlife, huh? June, I heard that the Philippines, there are certain areas where you need to be very careful, because there's a lot of crime. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Philippines. I've never been there, but I have a lot of friends that are Filipinos. Yeah, Celeste. So you know what? Some of my Filipino friends told me that once your president that you have right now, when he came into office, that he cleaned up the place quite a bit. I don't know how much of that is true, but you know what I do like? I like the president of the Philippines, because that guy, he doesn't care. He's gonna do what has to be done, and he's gonna step on anybody that he has to get what needs to be done. Hey, Bluegill and Bass. Hey, you know what? I just came from your channel. I was watching when you were cleaning that that catfish. I always wonder how do you clean the catfish, because I never really seen it. I mean, thanks for that video. I mean, it actually helped a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds just like Donald Trump. And by the way, don't get offended, but I am a huge Trump supporter, 100%. I live by the border. I see what happens here. I've seen the car chases with the drug dealers. You name it, I've seen it. It's about time something got done. And you know what? We haven't seen that as of yet, because of the building of the wall. I mean, I know a lot of people think that it's inhumane and everything. You know what? I'll tell you what, guys, one thing. No, I'm in the US. I met some people from Mexico, and they were saying, oh, the wall is racist, blah, blah, blah. It's not right. And I said, look, if you people from Mexico, and I'm Mexican, I said, if you are offended by the Trump wall, I'll tell you what, you should be more offended by the wall that you have with Guatemala, where you actually, when somebody actually crosses your wall, you guys treat them like shit. You beat the crap out of them. You don't feed them. That's inhumane. You should, if you're offended by the Trump wall, you should be offended by that wall. Why don't you knock that wall down and see what happens? Yes, Jimmy, absolutely. You know what? Nobody deported more people than Obama. That's the truth. Whether people want to believe it or not. You know, when he was supposedly going to help the dreamers, and he asked them, you know what, fill out this papers, fill the information. We want to know what you're doing, where you're at, and whatever. And then he gave those papers to ICE, and then ICE went and picked them up and sent them over there. He deported them, but they don't tell you that. Bluegill and bass. I'm in Texas, in South Texas. I'm actually about 2 miles away from the border to Mexico. And my brother is a border patrol. Badria, Badriaguato. I never heard of that town. Where is that at? Where in Mexico? I mean, in what state in Mexico? Because I've been as far as San Juan de los Lagos, and that's a really nice place, or at least it used to be a very nice place. A roundhouse cake around the room. Oh, it's in Sinaloa. Ooh, Sinaloa. Damn, bro. That's a dangerous place. Actually, this morning I watched the news and they had been like a shootout or something like that. Angela, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Any friend of June is a friend of mine. And I'll go check you out later on. June's a very good friend of mine, by the way. I don't even know how I ended up meeting June. I think it was accidentally or maybe by somebody else's channel. I don't really recall at the moment. Oh, I will show you all of my tanks, but the lights are all off. It's already dark in my area. Thank you, Angela. Really appreciate it. Let me see, how many aquariums do I have? Just inside the house, I have two 75 gallons, the 300 gallon. No, wait a minute. I have three 75 gallons, the 300 gallon, and a 29. That's what's inside. The rest are outside, and it's actually cold outside. So I had to put some heaters. Hopefully they won't malfunction. Thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate the thumbs up. If a flying kiss, I don't know how dangerous that might be compared to the flying kick. No, Jimmy, I still have the tilapia. Actually, a couple of months ago, I ate a couple. We ate some. Really, you made some merch? I have to go check that out. I was thinking about doing something like that, but I'm like, nah, who's gonna want it? I only have the stickers, and that's about it. Hey, Jesse, how's it going? Food, huh? Food for thought. Angela, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I'm from South Texas. Are you from the Philippines? You know what? Chuck Norris was actually the guy that taught Bruce Lee how to kick high. Because prior to that, Bruce Lee would only kick low, and he's the one that actually got him into throwing some of those high kicks. Angela, you're not gonna believe this, but here in my area, there's a huge Filipino community, and there's a Vietnamese community. And actually, you're not gonna believe this, but most of my friends are from those countries. One of my best friends, he's Vietnamese, and actually, my pastor, he's Filipino, and that's how I met a lot of the Filipino community. The good thing about my area, we have people from basically everywhere, but I'm gonna say about 80% Hispanic here. Yes, Luca, absolutely. I mean, it's right now we have a lot of people from Canada at the moment here, and reason being because they're just winter Texans. They're only here during the winter time since it's pretty cold over there. They migrate down here and stay here for the next couple of months, and I believe they stay here 3 months, and then they actually have to go back because they have to re-register for their health care or for their free health care. Canada does have free health care. Unfortunately, there's a waiting list. There was this lady here who said, you know what? Oh, really? Um, yes, Angela, you want to know why? Because Filipinos and us Mexicans, we have so many similarities. We're both indigenous people who got invaded by the Spaniards, so that's why we have Spanish last names. You call currency your currency pesos. We call them pesos too. Lechon is lechon for us also, and there's so many similarities, and that's why we get along so well because we complement each other in so many different ways. Like I was saying before, some of our Canadian friends that were here, I was talking to some of them, and they said, you know what, we do have free healthcare, but the waiting list just takes a long time. I believe the lady told me her husband needed back surgery, and the waiting list is like just to check him out. It's like about a year and a couple of months. I'm like, dang, that's just way too long. Oh yes, solicitor. I actually heard about that. There's actually even a marketplace called Munoz. You know what, Jay? You're right. You're absolutely right. They do. Thank you, Jimmy. Um, Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Thanks, Luca. Really appreciate it. Hey, Harden's Journey, how you doing? I believe you had a live stream today, and as soon as I showed up, it was gone. Today, I was working and driving for the most part of the day, so I couldn't catch a lot of the people. Hey, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah. You know what? That's one thing that I've actually always seen. Half Pinoy and half Pinay. Well, I can't tell you that I'm just full-blooded Mexican because my grandfather, his father was Spaniard. Um, my grandmother was Mexican, and on the other side of my family, my grandfather, his father was French, and and my grandmother was half American Indian and half Mexican. So I can't tell you that I come from a full bloodline. I mean, and I don't think anybody is either, because I mean, as our world, as our population has grown, our worlds keep getting closer and closer. So we're gonna be interacting with so many people from so many different areas. Hey, Mark, how's it going? So, I mean, I do have American Indian bloodline, Mexican, Spaniard, French in my bloodline. So, to tell you that I'm just one from one bloodline, that would be very difficult. And I think that would be very difficult for everybody, just because of that fact. I mean, we're so integrated, so many different cultures, people, races. And like I mentioned before, as our population keeps on growing, we're going to interact with some people we probably never even met before from different countries. But the truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter where you're from or who you are or what's the color of your skin. We all live in the same place on planet Earth, and we're all still underneath the same sky. Hey, hello, Lenra. I hope I didn't butcher your name. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you don't know anybody here in the chat, go visit them. Let's help each other out. Hey, Craig. You see, here's another one of my friends, Craig Parrish. Craig is from Australia. He's actually the founder of the Land Down Under. He owns that little island. He owns the whole place. How's it going, Craig? Craig, you need to upload some videos. I mean, there's a lot of people here from the fish aquarium hobby community. They would love to see your aquariums, especially there's a lot of people that are into like planted aquariums, and you have your planted aquariums and your guppies. So, and we would love for you to put something up there so we can go and see it. I mean, I've already seen them, but there's a lot of people here who would probably enjoy watching them. If you don't know Craig Parrish, I met Craig by his wife, Lani. Lani has a phenomenal channel. She's always cooking something that just looks so delicious every single time. It just makes my mouth water. And they're just phenomenal people, both of them. You have how many fish tanks do you have? I'm sorry, I was trying to look at it, but I didn't catch it. 3 fish tanks. Hey, Fish Tropic. How's it going? Bluegill and bass. You know what? I'm thinking about getting an actual bass fish and put it in my big tank. I know some of those bass can get pretty big. That would be amazing. You know what I would really like to have? I would get like a catfish, probably a blue catfish. A blue catfish would be amazing on an aquarium. I mean, of course, that's got to be a big tank. But my only concern would be this. I know that red-tailed catfish are known to break aquariums, so I don't know if a blue catfish might do the same because they're so big and massive. Craig, now imagine if you had some content on it. So your biggest tank is 55 gallon. And how many fish do you have in there? Oh, I know what catfish you're talking about. I believe I've seen those before. I know that those catfish are known to eat their tank mates that are almost just as big as they are, and then their bellies just get huge. They're they look ugly though. As a matter of fact, that Goldbrook catfish reminds me of another YouTuber. Kind of reminds me of Aquafunk. Yeah, absolutely, Craig. I agree with you 100%. Like I've been wanting to, post some videos, but since I had nothing to do, I've been doing the. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you stopping by. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Yeah, you know what? Some bluegills look very nice. I actually like the color. I don't know if they just flare up when they're in breeding season or they're always colored up like that. Hey, Craig, have you ever had cichlids? Guys, you know why I've been uploading exercise video was because it was actually a request. That was never my plan. Somebody asked me how do you go about building your arms. So I said I would do like a 6 series video to show like three of my favorite exercises, how to get your biceps and triceps kind of big. So that's what I started doing. Thank you, Angela. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful that you're here. So actually, one of my Filipino friends was the one that requested, like an exercise program, and he wanted me to just verbally tell him. And I said, look, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna um, do some of the exercises and show him how, and so I can show you. I'm gonna videotape and so I can show you how to do them. And that's the reason why I did them, because as everybody knows, my channel is basically on based on the fish hobby, and I've been lacking a little bit in that situation. But I'm gonna um, hopefully soon I'll be having new stuff for you guys. We'll see what happens. But I've been getting some requests for other videos on how to work out other body parts. So I'm gonna work on those also. Oh, Craig, you know what? I used to have frontosa too. I used to have like the bulldog frontosa and the um, the MOBA, the Blue Zaire. MOBAs are super cool. No, June, trust me. I'm not very macho by no means. Celestial Tour, I think you call that nosebleed. I would probably have the same situation if I would have to try to speak in Tagalog. I only know a couple of words. I think Craig would probably know more than me. Yeah, look, hey, you know what? If you catch some of those bluegills and they're very nice, please show them to us. I've seen a few that look that look pretty cool. I mean, I just love the colors on those. I don't haven't found one in my area. Well, look who just decided to show up. Funky Funk. Hey, man, how about them 49ers? That's all I got to say. How about them 49ers? Bonky. Guys, if you want to visit somebody that's super cool and is very entertaining, Bonkayo Vlogs, she's just amazing. And if you guys don't know Aqua Funk, that guy is very spunky and also very entertaining. No, June, you know what, June? Your English is actually pretty good. I mean, I've held some good conversations with you. And you know what? Every time that I see you, your English is getting better and better. I mean, yeah, Bonky, finally you made it. Hey, Bluegill and Bass, you need to check out Aquafunk. I guarantee you will love his channel 100%. I mean, when I saw him, when I came across him the very first time, I knew me and this guy, we're gonna become pretty good friends. Come on, Angela. I know you probably can squeeze more words out in English out of that. 20 words, really? Look, I'm very surprised. For the most part, the Filipino people speak very good English. And I know something say, "Oh, nosebleed," or "I don't know how to say this," but you know what? Every time I talk to you guys, I mean, you know, you guys, your English is so damn good. I'm very surprised, more than most people from other countries. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? Oh yeah, that's right, Bonky. You already know Sir Craig. Actually, you know what, Bonkayo? I think that's actually where we met out of Lani's live stream. I think that's where it was. I could be wrong. Yes, Michelle, it's you finally see me. It's good to be seen. Uh, Guys, if you haven't noticed, like half the people that are here are from the fish community, and the other half are my friends from the Philippines. Man, I just love the country. I love the people. And guess what? We have a Craig from Australia. Craig is just a great guy, and actually, you know what? So is everybody else here in the chat. I mean, I can praise actually everybody that's here. Angela, do you know Michelle? Michelle has a great channel, and Michelle, I'm gonna be visiting Angela and check out her channel later on. So she's from the Philippines also. Jay, do you speak Tagalog? I thought you were from Mexico. The Filipinos are flooding into my live stream. Absolutely. I mean, by far the nicest people I've ever come across. And let me tell you something. My Filipino friends would always call me, "Hey, we made some pancit." And if you guys don't know what's pancit, holy smokes. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. It's like, I'm going to say something, it might come out the wrong way, but I just gotta tell you this. It's like sexual arousal in your mouth. It's so delicious, you know. So listen, for you guys who just got here, the reason Yeah, Funk. The reason why I call this stream the kick is because I was lying down. I was about to take a nap, and my mind's always working. So I came up with this. As some of you guys know, I'm a martial artist. So I came up with this new kick. I call it the flying squirrel kick. Because if I kick you in the nuts, you're gonna fall down to your knees. So that's why I call it the flying squirrel kick. So I was just laughing by myself, and I said, you know what, I have to bring this up. So that's why I call it the kick. Oh, Craig, so sorry to hear that. Hope she feels better. Mark, you know what? Somebody messes around with you, just tell him, hey, have you ever heard of the flying squirrel kick? Trust me, that kick will drop him and drop him fast. They will drop like a ton of bricks. And then once they're down, you can put the boots to them. June, are you kidding me? We eat tacos like every day. What time is it in my area? It's 6:45 actually. Hey, did you guys? I don't know if some of you guys were here last time. I was actually showing a picture of Bigfoot. Did you guys see my actual picture of Bigfoot? Look, I took a picture of Bigfoot, like the real Bigfoot. Oh, Mark, you saw it, right? That's the real Bigfoot, 100%. No joke. I have a I have I have evidence that I did see it. Nobody can say that it's a fake because everybody knows as soon as they see it that's the real one. It's a real creature. So when anybody tells you, "Nah, I didn't take a selfie, dummy," what is the matter with you? Funk, I'm gonna show it to you. Because I know you probably don't believe me. You probably think, oh, that guy's just joking around, but I'm gonna show it to you. Are you ready, Funk? This is a real one. You see it? I caught it myself. Nobody can say that's not it. He was actually chasing me. As you can see, I was kind of nervous out there. Hey, what were you doing when you were out there in the Everglades? Why do they smell like armpits? I'm not really sure what kind of meat you smelled, but it doesn't smell like that. But that's actually pretty funny. I never heard that before. That's actually hilarious. It smells like armpits. What? Oh, what were they making the tacos out of? Monkey? I don't know. Oh, the powder mixture. I'm not really sure. You know what? We hardly put any cheese on our tacos. And when we do it, it's white cheese. White cheese is actually pretty good. It's kind of like American cheese, just a little bit better. Maybe because of the way that they come about doing it. Thank you, Harness. Appreciate you being here. Hope to see you next time. That's just crazy. Celestial Tours. That is so bizarre, actually. You know what? That could probably be an episode of the show Bizarre Foods. No, actually, no, I didn't, Michelle. No, none whatsoever. Actually, there was food, but I already ate it. Hey, Jesse, how's it going? I'm pretty sure you're having pretty good weather over there in Hawaii. You know what? What I want to see? Um, I want to see your pond. Next time, if you can show us how you go about cleaning your pond, I would really appreciate it. Because guess what? I might be cleaning a pond for somebody in the future. If you can help me out, Jesse, I really appreciate it. Like, I want to see the filtration and how it works. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it has probably a lot of similarities to an internal pump. Say, for example, like a wet dry filter. Hey, Mark, how's it going, Mark? Are your plecos still breathing like crazy? You don't have any filters, really? So, how does it keep the water? How do you oxygenate the water? Do you no oxygen either? Not even an aerator or anything? Anything to have the water movement? Nothing? Oh, that's crazy. Hmm. So, how do you get rid of the algae? Say for when the sun hits it all day long. Oh, Michelle, I was gonna exercise today, but I decided not to. It's a little bit cold outside, and I was working, and I got here, and I'm like, I ate too much, so I said, nah, I'm just stuffed. But I did have some requests to show exercises for other body parts. My channel's not really about that, but you know what? If somebody asks me, I'm more than willing to help them out. Hmm. So just by the plants by themselves, that's more than enough to keep to. I mean, I can see the idea with the plants and everything, but you know, usually say for example, some of those plants might be like in a river or a pond. I mean, there's still some water movement. Oh, I see. Water lettuce. I have to look that one up because one of my clients is thinking about putting up a pond, and he asked me, hey, can you start taking care of my pond once they build it? And I'm like, I don't know anything about ponds. I only do aquarium services. But I said, look, you know what? I'll help you with whatever I can. And now I have to figure something out. Maybe I'm gonna have to go see other channels, see how I'll go about doing cleaning different filters, and you know, because honestly, I know nothing about ponds. And you know what? I actually want one for myself, so I want to grow up some catfish for human consumption, not for pets. But that might be later on. Really? Not even for the 300 gallon? Hmm. But do you overload it with plants, or just a couple of them are more than enough? That's what I was kind of imagining. I see. Because you see, I don't know what kind of a pond these people are gonna want. I believe their idea was to put some koi's. Really, Funk? That's animal cruelty. Not feeding those poor fish. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, Michelle, is it raining in your area? We're actually gonna get some rain today, and we had some this morning. Hmm. Well, Craig, you know what? I think that also depends on the fish. My cichlids outside don't even breed as much as the ones that are inside. Maybe because of the temperature. I don't know. I mean, I mean, they get the same amount of water changes. Yeah, that's right, Jesse. That's a good point. Thank you, Celestial Tours. Glad that you're still with us. How about in the Philippines? Do you guys breed fish over there? Bettas breed better in ponds. Hmm, that's very interesting. Um, so if the pond is pretty big, do you drop the water when you're gonna harvest them, or do you just grab a net and see what comes out, and then you just separate them depending on the coloration and stuff like that? Because I have some barrels with fish also. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about setting up that 5 gallon aquarium for my daughter with a little beta. And I've been looking at some videos. Actually, you know what, guys? I saw this one video that said the World Beta Competition, and it was like over an hour. And I was watching all these beautiful betas, and now I couldn't decide which one I would what color variation I would actually want. Which now I am more confused than when I started. Oh, I see, Jesse. I see what you mean. Now you want to know how to breed plecos? Just call Mark. Biggie's. He's got the magic touch when it comes to those plecos. I don't know how he does it. I don't know what he's feeding them. They breed like rabbits. Yeah, absolutely. He started with only one pleco, and now he has them in the thousands. Yes, Craig, absolutely. You know what? Say hello to Lani for us. Really? Maybe he gave you two males. Placat fighters. And you know what? I have to look those up. Later on, I'm gonna go back in the chat and I have to write that down because I want to see those. Oh, I see. Thank you, Bonky. Celestial Tours, let me ask you this. What kind of fish do they sell in the market, like in the marketplace in your area? Because I know at one time I saw that there was like in the Philippines they were breeding a lot of tilapia. Like I breed tilapia too for human consumption. I mean, I don't have them for pets. Yeah, it is very unique. I'm glad I came up with it. Milkfish. So are those like the main fish that they sell in the market? Just tilapia and milkfish? I heard about the milkfish. I just can't seem to picture right now what it looks like. Do they use the milkfish to feed the other fish? I know there was a use for those. I just can't seem to remember right now at the moment. But so the tilapia and the milkfish are the most popular. Hmm. How about snakehead? Do you guys have snakehead too? Milkfish in base. Milkfish is good for grilling. Oh. Oh, junkie. I call you bonky, you call me junkie. Okay, I see. I sorry, it I finally got it. Because I've seen some videos like in the marketplace. They have all this fish just splattered everywhere, and people just go and pick them up, and they have this little stick with a like with a little broom, and that's how they scare off the flies. And I'm like, wow, they don't refrigerate none of that stuff. Oh, from the sea, Craig. But you know what, Craig? I don't think I would want to go to the sea in Australia. I mean, you guys have the purple octopus that's very dangerous, very venomous. You have the jellyfish. I can't remember the name of it exactly. You have the great white sharks. You have tiger sharks. I mean, and on top of that, you have lots of those. And then your rivers have those huge, gigantic crocodiles. Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I wouldn't jump in there. Let me just tell you. I know I've been calling you Bonky for a very long time. But you know what, guys? I tell you what, the biggest crocodile ever caught was actually in the Philippines. I don't know if you guys have seen that documentary. There was this gigantic crocodile that was caught in the Philippines that was like 20 some feet long. Uh, I, I'm trying to remember the name. Lulong, I think that they used to call it Lulong. I could be wrong. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? I actually, you know what, Cassie? I was watching your other video where the other unboxing, and I saw a couple of cichlids, but I was hoping I would see like a bunch of African cichlids. That's right. The name is Lulong. I Uh, but Celestial Tours, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, didn't that alligator they had it? That crocodile they had him in captivity and it died like 20 days later or something like that. But they were saying that there was actually one that was bigger than that. I remember watching the documentary, but it's been a long time. I don't know, Cassie. Maybe some dragon bloods, red shoulders, ruby reds, um, blue peacocks, maybe some haps, some embunas. Are those not popular in your area? Probably nothing that I like, huh? Ooh, I'm gonna have to go talk to your store manager. Tell him, hey, what's up with the African cichlids? Well, if they're like big peacocks, just put one in each tank. Yeah, just one fish per gallon per tank. I mean, yeah, it is the biggest crocodile that ever been celestial tours that ever been captured. There was actually one in Africa that was actually very big, and they say this is still alive. Hey, Cichlid King, how's it going? Thank you for being here, my friend. You know, I also heard that in the Philippines you have cobras. I thought cobras were only in like in India and some of those places in Africa. I did not know that in the Philippines you guys had cobras too. Cassie, you know what? You need to promote them. You need to promote that fish. Hello, Pinay Indian Vlogs. How you doing? Glad to see you here. Most of the crocodiles are politicians, huh? Um, I don't know what to say about that. We have the same problem. They're called Democrats. Yeah, there's a lot of crooked politicians out there. Oh, I just shake my head like, damn, what's wrong with these people? That's why I'm a Trump supporter. And they need to drain the swamp or the pond or the fish tank or whatever you want to call it. Drain it, get rid of those people. They've been there for so many years, haven't done anything. I mean, if for those of you who live in the U.S., I mean, just look at states like Detroit and Chicago and Baltimore. It's just horrible the way that you know, just horrible. So the Philippines do have cobras. I never even heard of venomous snakes in the Philippines. Yeah, they evolved into politicians, huh? Pinay Indian Vlogs, I'm glad that you're doing great. It's a pleasure to see you here. Thank you. King cobras too? There's king cobras in the Philippines? Hmm. That is so bizarre. I'm doing great. Thank you. Hey, Mr. B, how's it going? Philippine king cobras. Do they get as big as an Indian cobra? You know what? I think the only place that doesn't have any snakes is probably the North Pole, the South Pole, Greenland, Antarctica. Oh, and I heard um, It's not England. Ireland. Ireland doesn't have any snakes. You don't have any snakes in Hawaii? You see, I never heard that before. That's crazy because you know what? You got good weather. No, Simba's over there, probably asleep, not doing anything. That he's been a bad boy, acting up and knocking stuff down, jumping everywhere. Doing things that cats like to do. But hey, guess what? Even my cat Simba's a 49er fan. That's the beauty of it. I mean, that cat is so smart. He listens to me. He sees me. He calls me boss. New Zealand has no snakes. Really? Hey, my 49ers are in first place. They're the number one seed. They're the number one team. They're five-time world champions. They're the greatest team in the history of the NFL. Hands down, bar none. I don't care what anybody says. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're taking that Lombardi trophy back home. And we're not going to apologize for it. We're going to kick the out of every other team that gets in our way. That's what's going to happen. If I have to dress up and run the ball or do something, I'll do it myself. We need to bring that championship back home where it belongs. Who are they playing next? I think they're playing the Falcons. They're the next victims. And then Seattle, our mortal enemies. I can't wait. I'm already getting excited just thinking about it. Yeah, the Seattle game. Hey, let me tell you something. Russell Wilson is no joke. There's a reason why they're saying that he might be the MVP of the league. Because that guy, he just finds a way to win. I'm just glad they lost this past Sunday. Because now we're in first place and now they're back in the line. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, absolutely. I have friends everywhere from many different cultures and countries. As a matter of fact, you want to hear something weird? Sometime back, somebody went to my channel and called me a racist, and I'm like, what? Like me? I don't know where that came from, or I even went back to the video and looked at it. I didn't say anything out of the ordinary that would offend anybody, but I guess I have a lot of Filipino friends, trust me. And then I have my Canadian friends and my Vietnamese friends and of course, along with Mexican friends, Puerto Ricans, and you name it. I can go down the list. Hello, Amateur Aquatics. How's it going? Amateur Aquatics. I don't think I've seen your channel before. You know what? I'm going to have to go check you up later. Rochesterians. Rochesterians? What do you eat that with, Cassie? Oh, yeah. You and Liz, Wonder Woman. Where is she at anyway? I know what she's doing. She's probably, fighting crime somewhere. She's probably out there in her invisible plane with her magical lasso, catching criminals. Hi, Dang. Dang, nice to see you. Dang is my friend from the Philippines also. As you can see, like half the people here are from the Philippines. I mean, the Filipino community are very good people, very supportive, just phenomenal people all the way around, and they're all great cooks. No, Michelle, you know what? I'm the one that should be grateful. Thank you. Where have I traveled before? I've traveled to Mexico and I've gone all the way to Michigan. Oh yeah, dang, I remember now. You're in Hong Kong. I want to ask you something about Hong Kong a little bit later. Just hold that thought there for a second. Cassie, the only reason why I haven't gone far is because Texas is so big that you can travel, you can drive for 8 hours, 10 hours, you're still in Texas. It's huge. The last time I traveled, we went to the Guadalupe Mountains going towards El Paso, and that took so long. I was just tired of, the drive and everything. I mean, Texas is just huge. That's why they say everything's big in Texas. Oh, dang! Let me ask you, dang. How are things in Hong Kong? Because here in the news, we've heard that there have been some riots and there's been a lot of trouble. So I hope you're fine over there, and hope you're doing well. Actually, you know what? One of my friends is married to this lady from that area. Hi, Joan. How's it going? Hey, Joan's here. Never fear, Joan is here. Thank you, Joan. Appreciate it. Amateur Aquatics, absolutely. My channel is basically based on the aquarium hobby. But lately, I've been doing a couple of videos on an exercise program for how to work out your arms. And the reason why I did that was because one of my Filipino friends requested me, actually was asking me how to go about working out your arms. So I said I would make some videos just to, help him out. And, people started asking me about how to work out other body parts. So I might be doing a couple of those. And upcoming January, I'm gonna start back with the fish videos. But if you go back in my channel, there's a lot of videos there that might interest you. I basically my main fish are the African cichlids. I also have some alligator gars and pacus. So yeah. Oh, you did Muay Thai? Man, that's great, bro. You know what? I did Muay Thai too. I did a little bit of boxing, a little bit of judo, a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I did a lot of catch wrestling. Catch wrestling is just phenomenal. Um, but hey, you know what? I'm not young anymore. I'm in my mid 40s. Let these young kids go out there and beat the crap out of each other. I still have all my equipment and everything. I have the desire. I just don't have the tools because I have so many injuries. And I mean, the one thing sticking out of your face is your nose. And when you get hit, that's the main place where you get hit. And check that out. That's my nose. It's been hit so many times. Oh yeah, listen, Amateur Aquatics, HC Aqua, Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse, you're a jiu-jitsu guy, right? Yes, Cassie, I'm gonna be working on your shoulder workouts. I'm gonna try to get him sometime next week. Oh, loosen up shoulder tension. Yeah, I'll show you some of some exercises for that. You know what? Working out your shoulder and getting some more range of movement will most definitely help you out. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Always a pleasure to have you here. Guys, my phone is running out of battery. I'm going to have to cut this stream short, which my stream never really lasts that long anyway. Some of you guys are going to have to go back and check you guys out because I'm not familiar with your channels. I really appreciate you guys being here. No, Michelle, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you. Jonky. Oh, yeah. That's just so crazy. But thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Until next time. Yeah, peace, brother. Absolutely. I'm gonna look you up pretty soon. You know what? If you can make me a favor, go to one of my videos, leave a message there so I can get back to you sooner and faster. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate it. Mark, appreciate it, Mark. Jesse, everybody. Thank you, guys. See you all later.